Hey you guys, it's Crystal Jordan. I know it's been a while since I made a video, probably about a year now. But I have still been answering you guys' emails and you guys' comments on the page. Thanks you guys for continuing to support me. So I am back. I actually had someone comment on my natural remedies video asking me to do a video about triggers for outbreaks. So that's what we're going to talk about today. For me, personally, I've noticed that everybody's triggers for outbreaks are totally different. So what may be one person's trigger could not be for another person. So I'm going to tell you guys what some of mine are, and I'm also going to go over, what some common ones are. So for me personally, sleep is a big one for me. I have narcolepsy. So when my sleep schedule gets out of whack, I know to pretty much expect an outbreak. My sleep schedule is really, really big. So usually like not taking a nap or not following the time that I should go to sleep at night can tend to throw off my day. And when I continuously do that, like for a week or so, it throws my whole body off and then I end up with outbreaks. Kind of like the way that I look at outbreaks is like your body's alarm system. So for me, when I'm doing stuff that I know is not conducive to helping my body in some way, shape, or form, I have an outbreak, and it's my body's way of going, hey, get your stuff together. So sleep is a really big one for me. Another one is stress. Stress is big for everybody. I don't care who you are. If you're continuously stressing and you have herpes and you experience outbreaks, you're going to continue to experience outbreaks on a regular basis. You have to get your stress under control. Not only will it cause outbreaks, but if, like, say you're in the middle of an outbreak and you're super stressed out on top of it, it has the tendency to make reoccurring outbreaks. So you can literally have outbreaks back to back to back to back off of stress. So you can't be stressed out, have an outbreak, be stressing out the whole time, and then think you're not going to have another one coming soon. It's coming. It's building up. So keeping your stress under wraps is really important. Everybody has something different that they do to keep their stress together, whether it be, prayer, meditation, exercise, going to a spa, drawing, reading, listening to music, whatever. Find something that works for you to keep your stress down. Another thing that is really, really big for me is what I eat. I notice that when I have like tons of junk food and sugar, it tends to set off outbreaks for me. That doesn't mean I can't have any sugar. It just my body doesn't like sugar anyway. It makes me tired. So when I have too much of it, and it doesn't like not necessarily saying that one day will set you off, but if you're eating nothing but straight junk food and you're like eliminating vegetables from your diet for a week, or you're just going through drive-throughs for 3 weeks straight, for me personally, that tends to set off outbreaks in my body. My body's like, give me some real life nutrients. Don't give me McDonald's and Burger King and Chick-fil-A all day, every day. I need vegetables. Ladies, the big one for us is our menstrual cycles. When our periods come around, our hormones are all over the place. And I've noticed with not just myself, but a lot of other ladies say that their periods tend to set off their outbreaks. And so I know that's one that we kind of have no control over because like she comes every month, whether we like it or not, unless you're on birth control. So for me, what I do if I know my period is coming up, I try to prepare my body in advance so that I can either A, avoid an outbreak, or B, reduce the severity of the outbreak. So like say my period is going to be here next week. The week before, I'm going to try to do everything to avoid those other triggers like junk food and having my sleep schedule all over the place, and maybe even like detox. Like sometimes I do, water detoxes just to kind of cleanse my system out, things like that to kind of keep my body in line. So that way when my period rolls around, it doesn't throw my whole body out of whack and it's not setting off outbreak. Or if it does set off outbreak, it's mild. Um, sex is one for most people. I've heard a lot of people say that sex sets off their outbreaks, and I am one of those people as well. One of the ways that you can reduce that is lubrication. So usually when sex is setting off an outbreak, it's because of the friction from sex. So when you have sex, your skin is literally rubbing up against another person's. and that friction can cause an outbreak. So lubrication is really, really important. Even when it comes down to sex, sex doesn't just necessarily have to be with a partner. I know a lot of people who have masturbation is even a trigger for them, and a lot of times it's simply because of lubrication. So keep it, keep it slippery and slidey up in there. Keep it, lubricated. If you're using toys, make sure that you have proper lubrication for that, because especially with toys, a lot of them are like silicone or another material, and that is still a foreign object to your body. So of course, it has a potential to cause that friction and set something off, as far as your outbreaks go. And that leads me to like the summertime. I don't know about you guys, but summertime for me, I try to make sure that I stay dry. Sorry, y'all, it's hot in here. Try to make sure that I stay dry, because sometimes the extra sweat, like from being outside, I'm a nanny, so I run around and play with kids all day. So I try to make sure that like I stay dry. Summertime's a great time for maxis to give you a little breathing room. If not, cotton underwear are good ways to keep that down, but staying dry as possible is going to help reduce the possibility of those outbreaks. And also shaving. So just like sex, you're irritating your skin when you shave. So I've heard a lot of ladies say that, shaving irritates them. For me, it used to. My trick for shaving to keep from having an outbreak when I'm shaving is exfoliate first. So like use a sugar scrub or salt scrub or something before you shave that area, and then of course use like some type of shaving cream to be the buffer between your body and the razor, to make it go smoother so that you're not irritating your skin. And then afterwards, this is the most important part, y'all. After you shave, get some coconut oil and some tea tree oil. And if any of you who have watched my videos before know, coconut oil and tea tree oil are my go-to for like everything herpes. I get some coconut oil and some tea tree oil and mix it together, and I put it on my body right after I shave. I kid you not, it will save you a world of trouble. Like your skin, your body will thank you after that shave, and I promise you, 9 times out of 10, you won't end up with an outbreak. If you do end up with an outbreak, it'll be so small you'll barely even notice it. And then last but not least, being sick, like keeping your immune system in check. It's pretty big when it comes to herpes, especially when it comes to managing your outbreaks, because we're kind of attached to our bodies are attached to our immune systems. So I've noticed like when I get a cold or any type of illness in my body or my immune system's out of whack, I tend to get outbreaks. Like I said, for me, I've noticed that outbreaks for me are an alarm clock. Outbreaks are like, just think of herpes as the way for your body to go, hey, something wrong. Like, something over here ain't right. So pay attention to your body when you're having outbreaks, because 9 times out of 10, it'll lead you to finding out what led to it. Like, when you have outbreaks, sit down and think, okay, what was I doing this week or for the last 2 weeks that could have possibly set this off? And for people who haven't had herpes for a long time, like if you're in your first year, it's kind of hard to know your triggers, but continue to pay attention to your body, and I guarantee you'll notice a pattern when you have your outbreaks. Like, was I stressed? Was it time for my period to come on? Did I have a lot of sex, or did I have maybe I had rough sex or whatever? Pay attention to your body, and I guarantee you it'll lead you to your triggers. If you guys think of any extra triggers that I did not mention, something that you may be experiencing or know someone is experiencing, please list them in the comments below. I want to know them, so that we can talk about them some more. And then also, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Not have you guys have a great night.